Skowski is another guy that we got a lot of confidence in. So we just got a lot of pieces that are just functional guys that we know they know what to do, and I think we got the same thing in the secondary. With again creating some depth, the growth of Isaiah, he's coming along. The versatility of Kayvon, the ability to play guys on both sides at corner. We've got several guys that can, we can put into the boundary, we can put them to the field, and we've got the depth there. And then I think we've created it at safety with Kayvon's ability to move and Ryan Carter's ability to move. So just a lot of different pieces. Ryan obviously plays a lot of nickel, a lot of dime for us too, and so we've got good versatility. Christian Wilkins' ability to go play end if we need him to. I think that gives us some flexibility up front. But after 2 games, I like where we are. We've got a long way to go, but we're making good progress.
With the younger version of Ray, do you think been able to bounce back so well for the early mistake he made? And how impressed were you by the way he quickly overcame that?
Yeah, probably not. He's a guy that probably early on, he's just one of those guys that needed to mature a little bit, and probably early on, if you saw one mistake, here comes 3 more, and just his mental toughness, his focus, his attention to detail, his practice habits, everything is completely different. It's the way it should be. It's the way I would have loved it to have been when he got here as a freshman, but he's a freshman, and guys are at different spots maturity-wise when they show up. He's always been incredibly talented. He's had a great camp. He had an awesome summer and a phenomenal camp. He's easily one of our best players, and I think he's poised to have a really special year. And really glad to see him. It was a tough play. It was close. It was bang bang. He's fighting for extra yards. They got their hand in there, knocked the ball loose, but. To see him come back and to show up on game day, what he's done in practice, I think it was great for him, great for the confidence with the quarterback, and for us as coaches, because quite frankly, I needed to see him respond that way, and he did. And I think that's a real positive moving forward.
Dorian was saying he's worked hard to not just be a run stopper, to be able to go in on passing situations and that kind of stuff. How have you seen him improve in that area?
Well, Dorian he just knows so much more. He's become a very knowledgeable player. He's become a student of the game. And he definitely wasn't that when he got here. That's what kept him off the field. I don't think he ever thought about football outside of a couple hours, and he checked back out. And I think he just finally got tired of standing on the sideline. You gotta know what you're doing, and you got to take pride in the details. And especially if you're going to play for Brent. He's a very detail-oriented guy, and the little things matter. And so he is a student of the game. He is incredibly knowledgeable. He's become a great leader for us. A great leader. Dorian's one of the best players we've had come through here since I've been here. Just bona fide football player. He's one of the best that we've had here. His ability is unique and very unique. Nobody can cover Renfro like Dorian, if that puts it in perspective for you. He's just a unique talent because he really has DB speed and linebacker mentality. He is incredibly explosive, and but now he's become a student of the game, so now all those great attributes just shine through even more. He plays faster. He plays tougher. He plays more physical. He makes more plays because he can anticipate because of his knowledge. But he's unique, and now that he's grown up, we can put him inside in passing situations. We can keep his speed on the field. He can legitimately play the slot in certain matchups. So I'm just really proud of him and the young man he is, but the player that he's developed into. He's got a bright future in the game of football.
When do you think that evolution happens?
Probably after his redshirt sophomore year. kind of that, that third year going into last year. I mean, it was kind of like, all right, fish or cut bait, I mean, you're either going to do it or you're not, because we're not going to change the standard. And I just think he made a decision, and that's usually what it takes. Somewhere along the line, a player has to make a decision that they're going to be accountable to the things that matter, and it's got to be important enough to them to work on their weaknesses. And so I would say that sophomore year, when he was good enough to be on the field a lot more, but really limited himself, and I think he just made a decision that, you know what, it's on me here, and the rest is history.
Have you had a chance, or have you given any thought to the pecking order of running back after the first two games? And
That'll be a game time decision. It'll be that way every week. That's not going to change unless something just materializes on the field. We've got three guys that we think can start for us, and every rep matters, every practice matters, and it's going to be a game decision week in and week out. And but got confidence in all those guys. Disappointed that we never got rhythm of an offense last week. 60-something plays. We want to be an 85-plus play team. So a lot of touches that guys didn't get that we need to get so that we can, continue to expose them and evaluate them through the games.
It's probably a little bit overvalued, and as you said, some of it's game dictated, but do you want to see, is there value in getting one of those guys, 4 or 5 straight series just to see if they can get into a rhythm or get into a role, or is it something that if you haven't seen it in practice, it's probably not?
We're just going to play. They're good players, so we're not. Very, very few teams out there. If you watch Alabama, very seldom do they have a guy out there 4 or 5 series. They play their good players, and that's what we're going to do. We got good players. They're all good players. So I'd rather not have that. I'd rather have guys that I can roll in there and know they're going to play at a high level and stay fresh and wear people down. But if you have a big drop off, we had that last year. We had a true alpha in Gallman, and then we had Fuller, who hadn't played, Choice, who's coming off an injury, and a true freshman. We had the alpha, and that's how we were built. We're different this year, and so it's just it's going to take care of itself as we go through the course of the season. But there's no way we're not going to play those guys because they deserve to play. Now, if they put the ball on the ground, they're standing on the sideline because there's not enough separation. There's just not for a guy to go out there and put the ball on the ground. When you put the ball on the ground, you're going to stand on that sideline for a while because we're going to play them other guys. Because again, it's too close and too competitive to put a guy out there that's not going to take care of it.
When you say you have 3 guys that are deserved starters, where does Travis fit in? Is he, a guy that you want to get him snaps here and there?
He's got to get his snaps as they come, and then he's got to prove it when he gets those opportunities. Last week it wasn't a situation we were ready to throw him out there. You don't anoint people. Everything counts. It matters what you do in practice every day. And Travis is going to be awesome, and he's going to get his opportunity. He's got to take advantage of the opportunity. But, what you do in camp has to matter. And we had a month of practice, and we've got 3 guys right now that I think deserve the opportunity to start for us. Now, you can't start 3 guys. You can only run 1 out there. So somebody's going to run out there first, but those 3 guys are going to get their opportunity to see if one of them takes it or is it going to be a team deal. And these are not average players. These are really good football players that have demonstrated it in practice. It's not theory. Have demonstrated it all against a really good defense. So I'm not trying to make them something that they're not. It's what they are. It's what I've seen. And then and Travis has demonstrated that he is a unbelievable young prospect and has the ability to be a great football player. But we got to pick our spots and we got to use him the right way, and develop him. And when he's ready, he's ready. And we've played 2 ball games. He played great in one. All of them played great in the first game. We didn't have every one of them. I think about everybody averaged double digits in yards per carry. So, and then last week, Slobberknocker, you know, I mean, it was a tough one. Slugfest, big boy football. And we went with the guys that been there, done that, and found a way to win a tough, hard-nosed game against a team that's going to win a bunch of games.
How do you think Tavian did at pass blocking?
He's doing fine. He's doing fine. I trust all three of those guys. I trust Travis to stick his nose in there now. Hey, we don't have a more committed, tougher kid, but you know, there's a lot going on, and he's still got a lot to process as far as getting to the right spot. But I don't have any doubt that he'll step up and do what he needs to do to protect our quarterback. He's tough and physical and is not afraid. But you know, we got to make sure that he truly understands, you know, and has the knowledge that he needs to be successful.
A lot of that run game, the burden of the run game ended on Kelly's shoulders last week. Is there more of an emphasis to get those backs involved to take some pressure off him on the road for the first
Yeah, I think some of it depends on what they give us. You know, I mean, sometimes you design the ball to go to the backs, but the defense gives you something else, and that's just decisions that, you know, our quarterback makes. And I don't have a problem with him running the ball at all. You know, so he's a problem. He's a really good runner, and so we've always done that. We're always going to take what's there. And again, the rhythm of the offense, we not getting the ball in the first quarter, and just not really